Hi folks, the Canadian real estate market has gone a bit crazy in the last couple of months. First off, don't believe YouTubers who panic and predict some kind of a crazy crash ahead of us. That is simply not true. In this video, we're going to discuss the changes in the real estate market in upcoming months, talk about upcoming rate hikes, and see how the prices are changing in different provinces. We'll talk about Ontario, about BC of course, and Alberta. A lot to cover, but I will try to keep it short. In my previous real estate update, I've shown multiple reports and a market research done by RBC and BMO, and both predicted that the Canadian housing market could fall by up to 30%, which is now happening in Ontario, where the prices already fell by 21%. Though it might seem like a lot, it essentially wiped out only 1 year of price appreciation for the homeowners and definitely did not change the situation in favor of frustrated homebuyers. What's interesting is that both Toronto and Vancouver markets are experiencing huge drops in the amount of transactions and have lost 41 and 34% respectively. That's indeed a huge change compared to the last year. However, despite the fact that the prices have been going down in the last few months in both cities, the home prices are still up significantly compared to April of last year, representing 15% growth for Toronto and 19% increase for Vancouver. For the first-time homeowners, it's still extremely expensive, and nobody, just like working class, Gen Zers, even millennials, they cannot afford a house in Ontario because it's extremely expensive. It's a very speculative market. It has been very hot and over-leveraged, so right now the situation is finally cooling off, which is extremely good for the potential buyers, but still not exactly the buyer's market just yet, despite what Blog Toronto is telling you. It's kind of fascinating how Alberta's market is not only avoiding any kind of losses, but the prices are continuing to grow despite the inflation, rising interest rates, and ongoing Russia's war with Ukraine and the possibility of a recession ahead of us. Naturally, the growth will slow down across all markets, which won't be a surprise, especially during the summertime when the real estate market naturally slows down. But the Alberta market is definitely stable long-term and remains a pretty great place for those looking for affordable real estate in Canada. Even as of now, it's still possible to find a decent home in under $500,000 budget, which is not even the price of one-bedroom condo in Toronto or Vancouver. Especially if you're working remotely or hold a degree that's in demand in any city, I don't see why not relocate to Alberta or Quebec for the lower COL. Quebec also remains quite attractive in terms of prices, so for the young people looking for affordable housing in big cities, Calgary and Montreal remain top selections. There is definitely more rate hikes from the Bank of Canada on the way, meaning that the interest rates will continue rising and the real estate market will continue to cool down, which honestly is a great thing. It's healthy for the market, it hurts those who want to speculate short term and increases chances of homeownership for people who just cannot get in because of the current crazy prices. And also, no more corruption coming from the bidding wars. If you were one of those who bought at the peak of the market and are now stressing about declining prices, don't. Just stop looking at the market value of your home at all times and enjoy living in it long term without constantly thinking about it as your investment. In a relatively short matter of time, the prices will rebound anyways, even if it takes a few years. If you wanted to speculate, suck up the losses and move on. Right now we have fixed rate mortgages at around 4% and less, while the variable rate sits at around 2.5%. It's definitely higher compared to last year, but nothing crazy yet. It is quite likely that once the rates get to around 5% for fixed and 3.5% for variable, the prices will either stagnate or continue to grow, but slowly, just how it's supposed to be. No more 20% appreciation in a year, like we saw in 2020 or 2021, and no sudden crashes either, like we're experiencing right now, especially in Toronto. When it comes to Alberta, I think we'll continue seeing an average of 4% growth in a year, which is not crazy at all and is within reasonable expectations for your property to grow. When I think about how real estate is done in Canada, it is clear for me that many will benefit from buying and selling without realtors to avoid paying crazy commissions. If you are a young first-time home buyer, I don't suggest going with a realtor, but instead look for the home that fits your price range yourself. No one will do a better job than you will do for yourself in that regard, I can guarantee you. Realtors naturally try to steer you in a way that gets them the most commission, because as a buyer, you're still paying hidden fees as well. However, if you are a seller, you can also sell on your own, take your own pictures, create your own MLS, get it out on the market and save about 5 to 7% of your selling price, which is pretty amazing. Honestly, many people will benefit from straight seller to buyer kind of transaction and vice versa, no middleman. We will talk more about independent buying and selling in one of my future videos in detail, so don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you wouldn't miss it. I'm going house hunting next week, so we can take a look at the best houses in Calgary in the range of $400,000 to $500,000, so like super affordable options. Again, that kind of money won't even get you a condo in Ontario or BC, so maybe a dog house if you're lucky. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select the best places in inner city of Calgary, close to downtown, because I like when it's at least 10-15 minutes drive or even walk to downtown. You don't want to leave too far, especially if you're a young person. Nice to be located closer to the center of the city. We will see what kind of options are available. I'm going to film them inside and outside for your convenience, so you have clean picture in your mind. So again, this kind of a crash people are talking about right now, and it's like such a hot topic, is going to affect Toronto and Vancouver quite badly. Not gonna happen in other provinces all that much. As I said before, Alberta, despite all the crisis around us, is still growing, and it's still expected to show 4 to 5% annual growth, which is still quite nice. And that's how it's supposed to be, nice and steady growth. It's finally sunny, Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section to tell me your opinion about the Canadian real estate market, and I'll see you next week.